If you are a small-time Udemy instructor like myself, someone who built a side income recording tutorials in your spare room, you probably felt a shift this month. The news that Coursera is acquiring Udemy is huge. But honestly, that merger is just the final nail in the coffin of the old way of doing things. Right now, independent instructors are facing, in my opinion, a three-pronged attack on the entire business model. Number one, the platforms are corporatizing. Number two, nobody wants to know the syntax tutorials. Nobody wants to watch the syntax tutorials anymore. And number three, generative AI has made creating average courses so easy that the market is drowning in noise. The era of passive income via basic coding tutorials is officially over. So let us talk about why, and more importantly, what we can do to survive in 2026. First of all, let us deal with the elephant in the room, the Coursera-Udemy merger. For years and years, the Udemy was the Wild West. It was the YouTube of courses. If you had a microphone and an IDE, you could just record your screen, chop up the footage, and you could publish. But Coursera, on the other hand, has always been, a walled garden. They deal in university accreditations and big tech professional certificates. When these two merge, do you really think that the new entity is going to prioritize my 5 hours course on React basis over a Google professional certificate? I seriously doubt it. So now we are facing a professionalization purge. The new platform will likely prioritize institutional content and it will derank the bedroom instructors. We are no longer just competing against other devs, we are competing for shelf space against Duke University and IBM. So the bar for production quality and perceived authority just went through the roof. But even if the merger wasn't happening, we'd still be in trouble, and that is because of the points number 2 and 3, which go hand in hand. Coding tutorials, in the traditional sense of the word, are out of fashion. Because think about it, in 2022, if a student wanted to know how to center a div, for example, they would buy a 20-hour CSS course, and what happens now in 2025? The student will just ask Claude or ChatGPT and they will just get the answer with context within 4 seconds. So the tutorial loop has been broken by AI. And yeah, Stack Overflow was also a casualty in this. So here is the double-edged sword of AI as well. The GenAI killed the demand for basic syntax information, but it simultaneously also exploded the supply. It has never been easier to be a mediocre instructor. You can use AI to write a curriculum, do the research, generate code examples, write the scripts, and some people are even using AI voice clones like 11 Labs to record their scripts as well. So what does this mean for us? Well, it means that the market is absolutely flooded with average coding content, while the demand is also going down drastically. So if an AI can generate your course curriculum in 30 seconds, your curriculum has zero economic value, and clearly you cannot compete on volume anymore. And you also have corporate consolidation squeezing us from above, and AI commoditizing the information squeeze us from below. So we are like a sandwich. We are currently being sandwiched from the both sides. But are we done? Are we really done? Is it over? I doubt. I still have some hope. The hope is that at least the senior engineers or the senior professionals who have done practical work for many years still have hope. But the thing is that we'll have to pivot really hard. We'll have to pivot hard, and the future of the independent instructors isn't selling information. We can't just sell information. The new thing will be selling insight and experience. AI can give a student the syntax of a Kubernetes cluster, but AI cannot tell them about the time you took down the production at 3 a.m. because of a misconfigured YAML file, and the 5 specific things which you learned from the disaster. So stop making courses called How to Use Playwright. Start making courses like How to Test Complex Enterprise Apps Without Losing Your Mind. People won't pay for the how-to anymore. The how-to is free. It is commoditized. People will still pay for your professional judgment, your curation of what matters versus what is noise, and your war stories. You need to become the senior engineer filter for the AI generated code that people are copying en masse. And final thoughts are that, you see, the merger shows us that we don't own the platforms. This is perhaps a strong example of platform capitalization, platform capitalism, because if Udemy changes the algorithm tomorrow to favor universities, or let's say if Coursera takes our Udemy and it still keeps the marketplace, the Udemy instructor marketplace, but it changes the priority, it changes the algorithm to favor universities, you will be cooked and your income will disappear overnight. And the only asset you truly own is your own direct relationship with your students. Now, more than ever, you need to move your audience off of these platforms. You need to build an email list or start a Discord or have a direct connection with your students. The easy mode era of online teaching is gone. The autopilot time is over. But for those of us who are willing to share real messy experiences instead of just reading documentation from the camera, there is still a massive opportunity. Thanks for watching. Please let me know in the comments how you are planning to pivot your content in 2026 and beyond. Thank you very much. I am Naeem Akram Malik, a senior test engineer and a best-selling author. Bye.